welcome. So this is going to be a video for transforming worry or anxiety into something else. Maybe for you it's a feeling of letting go, trust. We're going to be inspired by a few verses from scripture as well as the natural world. For me, sometimes spring is such an exciting time, but for some reason it can stir up a little bit of worry, a little bit of anxiety. So this is kind of from my own heart. I tend to teach from where I am at and consider that what I am feeling might be a little bit more of a universal issue. So let's just settle into a comfortable place for a moment. We're going to start our practice standing, but either if you're comfortable in hero's pose, seated, in child's pose, laying down on your back, just for a moment to settle and to bring in a few verses. So find your comfortable place to begin. Maybe close your eyes down and just notice how you arrive on your mat without any judgment. Feelings of worry and anxiety are normal. They tend to waft, they come and they go. So let's just welcome anything that's there. Breathe fully and deeply into your body. And as you're breathing deeply, nice even inhales, even exhales to begin, I'd like to offer you just a verse or two to set the tone. I've always enjoyed Romans 1:20. This is from the New Living Translation. For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see His invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature. For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see His invisible qualities, His eternal power and divine nature, as well as our own divine nature. Sometimes just getting out, seeing a bigger picture of things can really help with processing feelings. And seeing God in nature and ourselves. So one more, this is from Jeremiah 17:7-8. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when the heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought and never fails to bear fruit. But blessed is the one who trusts, the key word there, trust. Trust in the Lord, whose confidence is in Him. They will be like a tree planted by the water that sends out its roots by the stream. It does not fear when the heat comes. Its leaves are always green. It has no worries in a year of drought. It never fails to bear fruit. So when you're ready, from whatever position you decided to start your practice, we're going to rise up and come to stand. So just finding your mountain pose. Maybe feet are just underneath the hips so we can feel nice and grounded, feel those roots growing down deep into the earth. Just allow your breath to fill up this new shape. Simply standing up in faith and trust, even when things feel worrisome or anxious. So we're going to start with some energy clearing practices. A couple of my favorites. We're just going to start by shaking the body. Take nice long exhales. Opening the mouth and exhaling helps us to kind of release emotions and just come into the present moment. So just shaking your body. And remember, these can all be little mini practices. Frequently I get up in the morning, have my breakfast, and then go outside and do a couple of these energy clearing practices to start my day. Keep shaking, maybe you lift the arms. So good for our nervous system to just kind of shake it out. Helps with regulating our nervous system, stimulating that vagus nerve to just create balance. Maybe take that into a twist. Looking around you, seeing the broader perspective. And when we feel anxious or worried, it can really be all-consuming and we can bring it into the body. So just open your eyes, look around. Maybe it feels good to tap into the low back here. Maybe it feels good to tap the heart. And look around. This also helps to open the psoas, that front part of the hip that can be a little tight, especially when we're holding on to emotions. So whenever that feels complete, come back to your neutral. Just take a full body breath, relax your shoulders, and just observe. The process of observing ourselves, returning to that more calm state is really valuable on the mat. Then we can bring it off the mat. So let's continue with some energy clearing. Let's do some tapping. So we're going to take our left hand, start tapping up the outside of the right arm, into the neck, and down the arm. We'll try that a couple times. Make sure your knees are soft, you're not locking out. This is also a nice gesture of self-care to yourself. And then reach that arm up. We'll come down the arm into the armpit. A little lateral bend. Just tapping down. Maybe circle that arm. Tap again. Armpit. This practice is also really good for your immune system. Think of giving those lymph nodes a little massage, a little clearing. And let it go. Just observe. Any subtleties in energy between the two arms, the neck, and we'll do the other side. So start tapping up the left side of the outer arm into the neck, down the arm. Keep breathing deeply. I always linger a little bit in that neck, another area of common tension. So self-care and love, God care. Then reach it up, come down the arm into the armpit, little lateral bend. Tap it down, maybe circle that arm around, reach up one more time, tap down, armpit, clearing. And let it go. Take a moment to observe. Standing tall. we'll continue to tap. So tap your chest, lift your heart up. So really using some elements in nature here. If you're like me outside, just gazing up or imagine the vastness, the space around you. Come into the upper ribs, the solar plexus, our center of power. We have the choice to choose to let go of any emotions we'd like to release, or simply be with them and process them. Tap into the belly, maybe make some little circles, front of the hips, in that psoas area, some lymph tissue here. Give it a tap. Come around into your low back, kidneys, adrenals, back and forth a few times, across the hips, into the back, and pause. Observe any sensations. And before we kind of bring that into a full body movement, let's do another one of my favorite energy clearing practices called the breath of joy. In the breath of joy, we take in 3 deep breaths that naturally fill in the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then an open mouth exhale, just letting go. Maybe taking in the wonder, the goodness of God and His creation here in this season, in all that He created, even you, and then releasing any fear, doubt, anxiety. So inhale, arms forward, out, and up. Exhale, open the mouth, fold forward any amount. Knees are really soft. Roll it up. We'll do a few rounds of this. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, open the mouth, let it go. Roll it up. You could be going faster or slower. Inhaling forward, out and up. Exhaling, letting go. Inhaling, taking in the goodness of God. Exhaling, just kind of getting out of the way. A couple more times on your own. If you're prone to dizziness or your back tends to bother you, you can just come down halfway. One more time. Roll it up. Pause and breathe. Simply observing. This is our natural state and unencumbered by qualities of the mind. So now we're going to work a little bit more on that idea of prolonging our exhalation. Another way to kind of soothe the nervous system, calm the mind. So we're going to start by just some half sun salutations, but you'll see I'll be emphasizing the exhalation, and you can just kind of let this be organic once you get the idea. So we're going to start in a mountain. Maybe seal in your intention for your practice. Maybe it's one of those words I mentioned, such as trust, surrender, letting go, or any other word that serves you. So we're going to inhale up, take a nice long exhale as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, feel your strength. Exhale, long exhale as you fold. Surrender. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, long exhale. As as you return to your intention. Maybe your intention is just being in the presence of God right here. So we'll do that a few more times. And once you get, I'll cue you one more time, and then I'll allow you to just move through at your own pace. You can really follow your own long exhales. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Let all the air out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Return. And you can hear that kind of whispery, wind-like quality to your breath. Let's do that 2 to 3 more times, depending on your pace, on your own. And we're just gradually lengthening those exhalations. Listen to your breath. Akin to the wind, the breath of God. Through like a moving meditation. Return to your mountain. Just take a moment to breathe deep. Feel that breath expansive. So let's come towards the top of the mat. We've set ourselves up by water, tapping into that fluid quality of just going with the flow. So let's take maybe 1 or 2 rounds of a modified sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back with your left foot. I like to kind of rock a little bit here if that serves you. And then maybe lower the knee. Take the hands to the thigh. And inhale up. Exhale, draw back, slow exhale. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, just let it go. As we create just this little undulation here, we're creating a little massage into that left hip flexor, the psoas. Maybe you want to continue to flow or hold. Bring your heart up a little bit more. Feel that spacious quality. Being held and loved by a loving God. When you're ready, bring it down. Keep that right knee to meet the left. Come into your tabletop. Just a couple rounds to neutralize cat and cow. Inhale, drop belly, lift heart. Long exhale, draw that belly in, drop head. Inhale into your cow. I'm sorry, your cat. Exhaling into the cow. Or whatever. Feels complete. Let's just step forward with our left foot. Anyway, fine. And we'll take that lunge on the other side. So again, make sure you're comfortable. When you're ready, we'll start that arm movement. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, draw back. Taking a little bit more attention to your exhalations. Going with the flow. Massaging into that right psoas. Maybe you like the flow, or maybe you hold. Bring your heart up. Come on down. Take that left leg back. We're back in our tabletop. So before we come up for another round, let's keep using those exhalations. So inhale, drop belly, lift heart, lift your cow. Exhale, draw those hips back like you're moving towards child's pose. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, draw back. Again, moving in your own time here. Prolonging those exhalations. Calming the nose. Notice I'm not rushing to get my head down to the earth yet. And then maybe you choose to hang out and hold your child's pose so your knees can be wider. Just surrender that forehead down, whatever shape feels good to you. And feeling that breath fill up your whole body. As you exhale, it's like you're lowering, you're sinking down, being held by the earth a little bit more, a little more sweetly. Whenever you're ready, come back to your table and we'll draw back into downward facing dog. You can pedal your feet, sway your hips, good solid earth here. When you're ready, mindfully walk your feet forward. Slowly roll your way up. Finding your mountain pose. It's finally warming up a little bit here. So just find your mountain pose at the top of your mat. We'll do one more round of sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. This time let's step back into our plank pose. Mix it up a little bit. If plank isn't working for you, you can be in tabletop. If you're in plank, firm your belly. Solid foundation. Then when you're ready, drop the knees if you were up. We will lower our bodies down. Reach back with the toes. Inhale, lift into your cobra. Exhale down. 3 times. Inhale, rising. Exhale, slowly lowering back. And feeling the comfort of the earth holding you. You're so comfortable, maybe we take a pause here. You could stretch your arms forward or hold opposite elbows, widen your toes, and just surrender for a few breaths in your crocodile. Listen to that whisper-like quality of the breath. This is another beautiful pose to take when we're feeling the anxiety of the world and we just need to come into our own self. When you're ready, maybe move the toes a little closer, hands on the shoulders, press your body up into your table, and we'll come back into downward facing dog. Take a breath or two here. And then we're just going to step our right leg forward, root that left foot a little wider. Slowly rise up, reach your hands back, maybe hover a little bit. Feel the strength of your body, and then very slowly rise up to warrior one. So we're bending into that front knee, the tailbone's heavy, the belly's strong, and we're just raising our arms up. Raise, maybe come back to your intention word, embody it here. Next exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Going with that flow. Rise up and hold again. And down. When you're ready, frame that foot, come back into your plank or your tabletop. Lower down. Rise up into your cobra. Maybe this time you take your hands off your mat. Come up a little more. What is your body guiding you into? Take the flow. Always guided by our breath. This time, instead of resting in our crocodile, maybe we reach our hands back, just lift the heart through in a half bow or boat bow, or we can reach off the floor. Listen to your body. See if you can feel a sense of buoyancy, a sense of gazing down at the circumstances of your life with a little bit more objectivity and grace. Lower down. Rest your body up. Back into your downward facing dog, just a transition. You know what, I'm having a hard time finding down dog on the earth today, but that's okay. And this time we'll step the right foot forward, left foot back, left foot forward, right foot back. We'll come to the other side. Reach your arms back and rise up. Make sure you switch. I don't know why. It's a spot I always struggle with, finding the two sides. Nice and rooted. Reach those arms up to sky. Finding yourself right here between earth and sky. And all that God created. His evidence is found in His creation, including you. Create that flow if you choose. Inhale up. Slow exhale, fold. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Hold at the top. Warrior pose. warriorness, not your worriedness. Transforming into something greater. When you're ready, come down. Just take the left foot to meet the right. Lower onto those knees. And just take another restorative child's pose. Keep feeling those long exhalations. Keep feeling the earth rise up to support you. When you're ready, rise up, and we'll just transition onto our backs. So when you're ready, lower down, nice and easy. We'll just do a few more closing poses before we end, and just a little contemplation. So maybe we just hug our knees in. Maybe across the ankles, just circle. Any releasing movements that would feel good to you. Maybe you reach fingers and toes up towards the sky, circle wrists, circle ankles. Feel your body supported right here. And a gentle inversion. And practicing the opposite. And back to your intention. Hug in, set the feet down. Take the feet nice and wide, take your arms out. And windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Maybe you linger in one side. Again, breathing deeply into that psoas. The muscle can harbor a little bit of fear, a little bit of worry. Just breathe into it with compassion. And take it over to the other side. Come to alternate rest pose for a breath or two, knees drawing in, feet a little wide. Maybe it would feel good to place one hand on belly, one hand on heart. Another little signal to ourselves that we are safe and we are breathing fully and deeply. Want to linger here a little longer, but if you're ready, I thought we might end our class with just a short round of pranayama, breathing and meditation. So if you're choosing to come on up, you can find your comfortable seat. Shoulders over your hips. You might need a little support underneath you, finding a blanket, even a chair, whatever feels right to you. The idea is we want to sit up nice and tall. Relax the shoulders down. One of my favorite breathing practices for anxiety and just regulating the nervous system is alternate nostril breathing. So I'm going to just take you through a couple rounds of that, and then we'll settle into a short meditation. I find movement really helps us kind of get the bugs out so we can settle. Works for me. So sitting tall, we're just going to take our right hand, if that works for you. Block off your right nostril. Breathe out through the left nostril. Breathe in through the left. Block off both. Breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Block off both. Breathe out through the left. Keep going with the pattern at your own pace. Breathing in one side, blocking off, breathing out the other. Breathing in that same nostril. Blocking off, breathing out the other. Keep your shoulders relaxed. You might create just a subtle pause at the top or the bottom of the breath. Feeling that still point within you. Whenever that feels complete, maybe your last exhale is out through your left nostril. And just pause and breathe. Closing the eyes down if that feels natural. Observing the quality of your mind, the quality of your heart. Thoughts arise, just come back with the breath, the feeling of the breath, feeling the body, to this idea that you are in a balanced place between earth and sky. That you can sense through everything that God has made. His invisible qualities, as well as your own, your eternal power and your divine nature. One more passage to reflect on as we close out our time together. This is from Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. And if you do feel yourself in a bit of a dark place, this passage may call to you. Okay, one more. This is Luke 1:70-79. Because of God's tender mercy, the morning light from heaven is about to break upon us, to give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow, and to guide us to the path of peace. We don't have all the answers, my friends, and that's the beauty of faith. Because of God's tender mercy, the morning light from heaven is about to break upon us, to give light to those who sit in darkness and in the shadow, and to guide us to the path of peace. Linger, my friends, here in meditation or in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. You can break apart these practices, bring in what serves you, but just take with you your intention, the beauty of the natural world, where we can truly witness God's grace and mercy and love for us. Many blessings.